afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for January 24th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. Interesting for today on our meditations is when we talk about thinking for yourself. Something came to mind this morning that kind of rang as a message, is that ever notice that the way humanity has been trained is that they're always waiting. You ever notice that? We're always waiting for something. We're always waiting for this to happen or that to happen, or someone to do this or someone to do that. And we've often talked about thinking for ourselves. When you think for yourself, you do things, you get things accomplished, you move things forward, in most cases. Some people will move things backwards, but you move things forward. Collectively, that means together. We have the ability to change everything. It isn't, and look through history, just for yourselves, look through history and see how often we all wait. You know, our parents, we wait. What are we waiting for? Well, we're waiting for this to happen, and we're waiting for that to happen. Why hasn't this happened? Why hasn't that happened? Who's doing it? And what are they going to be doing it? You know, it's over and over again. Always somebody deciding for humanity. It's always someone. You don't know who, but seems to be that there is always somebody who is in the shadows deciding for humanity. And humanity waits. And we wait. And we wait. And you get, we've all, been through the frustration and everything about waiting and wondering and not knowing. You see, this is why we are the shift. We are. Once we become aware enough to know that we're moving things forward, our collective consciousness. And you've ever thought that maybe, just maybe, that this talk, and it's interesting, isn't it, that people talk as if they, a couple of years ago experienced the great galactic wave, and they know what's coming and everything. It's quite interesting. We don't, when we think for ourselves, we say to ourselves, how would they ever know that? Yeah. And some people have asked me, is it real? Is any of this real? And so we contemplate, some of us contemplate, and we think, well, what do we know that's true? Deep within us, deep within our heart mind, what do we know that's true? Doesn't take long. We know that we, collectively together, are true. We also know that collectively we can make massive, major forward movement or reverse movement, depending on what we generate, what emanates from us. And so we look at things by saying, are we together bringing in this change? Is it really a handful of people that are doing it, or is it we that are doing it? And there trying to manage it. In my opinion, I believe that all of us are the power. The more of us that become awakened and become detached from ego, which means ego's asleep, and our confidence is good and strong, and our auras are smoothing and expanding, that we affect the shift, that we affect the change. And this isn't ego, this is with confidence and humbleness that we are moving all of this forward. And once you recognize, without guilt, without undeservingness, without self-persecution, without self-criticism and self-judgment, and you are in bliss and in joy and in love, you will know that that vibration is true to the core. We are the ones that are moving all of this. We are the ones who are elevating ourselves in higher and higher frequency by our actions in the three-dimensional space. That takes a lot to be able to do that, and we're doing it. And we're also feeling lighter, and we also feel more expansive, and we also feel more joyous and happier. We are the ones. And we've maybe heard this off and on through the years, you're the ones you've been waiting for. You have to be the change that you desire. All of those statements identify us as the force, the power of goodness and peace and love and prosperity. Can you imagine that these bodies were whipped up, different genetic applications, and those who whipped these bodies up, constantly fear the fact that we become conscious and aware of who and what we are? Think about that now. To understand that you have for so long, these controllers that have controlled humanity from beginning, who are scared to death on us becoming aware of who and what we are. And will go to any lengths possible to keep us in the dark. Something that you should think about. Try thinking about that and feel the vibration and feel what you think, what you're feeling in your heart mind about it. Because it is us that is moving everything. If we all stuck our heads in the sand and went to sleep and didn't give any energy to anything, what do you think would happen? What do you think would happen on the planet? What do you think? Right? We all know that when we leave a city and leave it, if humanity left the planet, we would know what would happen. Everything would grow over. Everything would disintegrate. It's our energy that holds things together. For the most part, it is our energy that holds things together. When you understand that structures that have been long since buried and things that have long since dissipated are still held together by our energies, by us. You ever notice when you leave a building or a place that you've been living in for a long time and you keep it up and you leave, and then long time later you come back and it feels dead. It feels no energy. And then you come in and you give it energy and light it up, and then it has a whole different personality to it. Do this. Think about this, because this identifies us as we are the power. We're the power. We are the power. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure most of you already are. And while I talk, Relax. Relax the body. Know that you are the power. Know it. You're not a little ant that has no power and is subservient to all overlords and rulerships. You are the power. Each and every one of us. Feel it. View yourself. And it's always without the ego. It is in deep humbleness and in service to others. So as you breathe, you want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing is so important. And as you breathe in through the nose, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and then out through the mouth. And while I'm talking, you want to do this about 6 times, maybe more. And as you're breathing in divine positive energy. And what is this divine positive energy picturing for you in your heart mind? What is it communicating to you? That you, each and every one of us, is the power. We aren't looking for the power. We are the power. We are the grace. And so, as we breathe this divine positive energy in, it is Prime Source Creator God who kind of, takes us by the shoulders a little bit, the arms, and moves us back and forth, lightly shakes us and says, you are the power. I gave you part of me, and in part of me that you are the power. You can move mountains. You can create paradise. Or you could create something a lot less appealing. So as you breathe in this awakening energy, which it's meant to do, it's meant to clarify for you without guilt, without cynicism or ridicule, that you are the power. And you know what that power is? Love. It is love. So as you breathe this in, you become more and more clear and aware through your heart chakra, through your heart mind, through your root chakra, through your crown chakra, through your sacral chakra. This all generates, it's like a kaleidoscope of confirmation. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out all of the things and the little voices that keep telling you, no, that's wrong. No, don't give that any time. No. You got to have this. You got to have more of this, more of that. Go find it. Go outside yourself and find it. You're never going to find it anywhere else. You got to go outside yourself and look for it. Okay? All that gibberish and chatter that comes in through the ego and the mind. So you exhale. You disperse that. You have no need for it. You just say, I don't have any need for you. I send you love, and I'll call, if you want, just call in purple transmuting flame and have it neutralized in the neutralized substance and send it off to the great central sun. These are things that you can do effortlessly and that are very effective and very powerful. So this breathing out is basically cleaning out your cupboards, airing out your house, your temple, making your beds, taking your showers, and being prepared for what we have engaged, the shift. So you're relaxed. You have purged all negative attachments that continually tried to sink you down and to keep you in that dank thought process. And then you fold into your higher self. You fold into your heart mind. You become one. You are immediately, this is an acceleration. You no longer see your higher self. You literally turn into your higher self. You become one immediately because you are getting closer and closer to the understanding that you are one. See? You aren't going to be one. You are one. You've always been one. You just are starting. You have begun to acknowledge the fact that you are one. And all the light that bathes you and your higher self, of the golden white pink light, of prime source creator God's deep eternal love, of the emerald green flaming healing light, of the purple transfusing flame, the violet ray, and the white fire. All of these are you. See? You're always viewing a reflection of you. Remember that. Everywhere you go, you see a piece of you. Why do you think sometimes we get upset with other people? Because we see probably the more negative things that reminds us of us, and we get angry about it. See what happens? Right? Because we haven't made peace with ourselves totally. These pieces come out in front of us as a reflection, like as if in a mirror where we see something we don't care for. They are a reflection. If you were totally in love, nothing would bother you. Nothing would irritate you. And that's not passivity. That is power. That is strength. They would like you to think that you're passive, that you're meek, that you're weak, that they can control you. But this is so far from the opposite. It's so off base, so wrong. So as you expand your protection, your field of love is only thing that can penetrate that field is deep eternal love. You're completely protected. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we join to form our circle. And we begin to float up above the planet effortlessly. It's almost like it almost feels like slow motion. It's so soft. It's so empowering. And so as we float up, we do call on all of the light energy beings who are all universes, all dimensions, all existences, and who are of deep, deep, deep eternal love, and from deep, deep, deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubim, the archetypes. We call upon all of the angels who are of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon the ascended masters, all of them. Kuan Yin, Lakshmi, Gaia, Buddha, Maitreya, Ganesh, Sananda, Jesus, El Moria, Saint Germain, Abundantia, all of these who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation, we lovingly, graciously thank them. Our light is so bright that the fabric of space, the darkness that is there, has been turned to the brightest light. We call upon all of those in inner earth and hollow earth We call upon all those in the earth who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of our loved ones who have passed in this life. We call upon all of our loved ones who have passed in all lives that we have inhabited, who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the light beings housed in the following forms: the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the mermaids, the dolphins, the trees, the animals, the elements, earth, fire, water, air. The Pegasus, the unicorn, all who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. We call upon all of the galactics who are softly assisting humanity, the civilization, in understanding its ascension and freeing itself from the bondage of slavery, who are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love. We ask them to join us in this meditation. We lovingly, graciously thank them. We look up and we see our meditative sphere hovering right above us. And it literally harmonizes with us in deep eternal love. And we see the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God's deep eternal love, the purple transmuting flame, the violet ray, and the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, and the white fire. And we are part of that. It is a reflection of us. Very powerful. The love that it is astronomical. We feel the rain saturating the tops of our heads. We feel it permeating our etheric energy, our higher self, our physical bodies, merging, embracing of a deep eternal love and a deep, powerful healing, both in emotion and physical, biological. We see and feel the clarity of our power with the deepest of gratitude and humbleness. As we float above the planet, we look and we see, and we're connected with all of our brothers and sisters, all of humanity, all of the civilization. And we send out a massive burst of deep, eternal love and awareness to burn away all of the facades that they have been saturated with, all of the lies, all of the untruths, all of the manipulation, all of the fear, all of the anger. Those of us who are awake in servitude are assisting our brothers and sisters in elevating and increasing their vibrational frequency. It's one of the main reasons we came here, is to do this, is to enact it. This isn't a forcification. This is something that is invited by the higher selves of all of our brothers and sisters. And it understanding. And more we begin to see the kingdom of God, of the highest source of creation. Not the dark God, but the highest light God. Prime source creator God. Embracing every single one of us and all life, including Gaia. We witness this because we're part of it. Imagine that. You're part of it. You're feeling all of it. The elation, the continued increase in collective consciousness. We are the shift. We are the power. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll be back to close us out. little bit longer contemplation today from the fact of the deep understanding that we are the power, that we are the ones creating this shift, and we have it in full force, and it's expanding, and to visualize it and to see it, period. So we are in a major updraft of tremendously positive, powerful energies that are saturating all that there is in the wake of this galactic wave, which is part of us. And take it with you throughout the day and into the evening and night and then into the morning. And really see it with your heart's mind and embrace it. Because very truly, you are the power. We are the power. We are the collective consciousness. We are raising the vibrational frequency. Gaia is raising hers. We work in harmony. We will return here on January 25th, 2019 at 3 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget, we will have a Q&A on Saturday on this line